5 things you must do to avoid work permit rejection at the Polish embassy. Hello guys, and how are you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Raphael, and you know how we do it here. I feed you with the realest and the best information to assist you on your journey of migrating from Africa to Europe and especially to Poland. If this is the first time of stopping by, you can feel free to like and share this amazing video. On this edition, we are going to be talking about 5 things you must do to avoid rejection of the work permit visa. So many people have been contacting me that they have been rejected on the work permit several times, maybe once or twice, and majorly they have been rejected for this particular reason, that we are not sure that you are going to return when you come over to Europe. Now, this is a very dicey part of the rejection list, in that you don't know really where to start from. You don't know what documents to get. You don't know what would really save you when you go for an appeal. So these are the 5 things I am sure, or I believe, that you must do in order to avoid being rejected and being on the safer side while you go to submit your documents. Number 1, and most importantly, is writing a very strong letter of intent. Number 2 is making sure that the company that you are getting your work permit from is actually a legit company in Poland. Number 3 is making sure that you have strong legal ties back home. Making sure you have strong legal ties back home. These are the 3 most important ones. But then I added 2 extra. Number 4, get a certificate for proof of skill. Get a certificate for proof of skill that you are capable of doing whatever you are being given employment for. And then finally, write a very tailored CV. So I'm going to start afresh to explain these 5 things individually, and I hope you can get them. Get your pen and paper and write everything I say right now down, because it is going to serve you for a very long time. Number 1, again, writing a very strong letter of intent. Now, so many people underestimate the power of letter of intent. Believe me, the letter of intent, mostly written by people who are coming here to apply for student visa, I believe also should be written by those who are applying for work visa. State clearly in your letter of intent what you are coming here to do. That is number 1. Number 2, state clearly how long you intend to stay in Poland. I don't mind whether it is true or false, but you must state clearly how long you intend to stay in the Republic of Poland. Number 3, you must state also clearly what you intend to do when you return back to Africa or to your country. What you intend to do. What growth process would this journey help you undergo? And what impact are you bringing back home to your people? These, for me, were the key things that helped me out in my letter of intent. I stated these things clearly. I buttressed them. I am coming here to do this. And I am here. I'm going to be here for this amount of time. And once I grab what I'm coming for, I'm going to go back home and implement these concrete things. Concrete things. I didn't just say vague things. If you cannot concoct something like this, please find someone who can do it for you. If you have to pay the person, pay. And then you are going to get a very solid letter of intent. Number 2 is making sure that the company is, it is in existence. So there are many fraudsters out there. I have already made a previous video on how to detect fraudsters, how to detect, agencies that are fraudsters. You understand? I made that video. I'm going to put the link up here so that you can be able to access it also, or maybe in the description box. So go and watch that video, and then also make sure that you trust the company that is issuing you that work permit and their ability, to prove themselves to be a solid company in Europe. Else, it might be also difficult for you to get your visa granted. Number 3 is having a strong legal, I call it legal, I'm using this word, legal tie back home. It is very important. If you can get legal document. When I mean legal ties now, have an affidavit coming with each of them if possible. An affidavit sworn in probably the high court that these things are what they are. Don't just get the document, but then get an affidavit sworn for each of them. Get a legal tie for probably a house that you own, or maybe a property that you are very much tied to. Maybe your maybe a relationship like a husband or a wife or a child. Very important. Get these legal ties from your family, or something that will tie you down to Nigeria, something that they believe that you cannot leave. Don't just present it, but make sure that it is a sworn affidavit in the court. Make sure it is a sworn affidavit, that it is so tight, and then they are notarized, if possible, by a lawyer. See, your people underestimate the power of putting a legal backing to their document. It did a lot of things for me during my second application. I so legally tightened, every document was notarized. For my sponsorship, I had my affidavit sworn in the high court that this person is this to me. Although the name was the same, the name were the same, the surnames were the same, but I still swore that affidavit at the high court. So it is very important to have your document legally tied. And then also, for the two additions which I added, I said that you have to have a certificate that proves that you can do this job. If it is a job at a bakery, if it is a job at a factory, see whether you can get a certificate. Just find a way to get a certificate and possibly notarize it, and also you can also swear an affidavit on that certificate. Find a way to do it. Don't ask me to do it. Find a way to do it. It is very important. It's going to save you. And then finally, have a tailored CV. If you do not know how to prepare your CV, see, Europe has a way of preparing their CV. Ask someone to help you. Tailor your CV to the job. Don't just write anything. Tailor your CV to the job. That is if you're going to submit it. Some people submit, some people don't. But I advise you submit. Tailor your CV to that job. And if you tailor your CV to that job, you stand more advantage of gaining entrance into the country. So this is it for today's video. I hope that you were able to learn a lot. I hope that you were able to take down a lot of things. I'm not going to go through them again. I think I've gone through them a lot, and I've already spent a lot of time on this video. So I'll be expecting that people put these 5 things to practice when next you are submitting your document. Please, I'm also going to make a video, to show, the documents you need to submit. If you cannot do it, seek help. Seek help. There is help everywhere. Seek help, and your document will be wonderfully packaged. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for for your time and watching to this point in the video. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you, and bye-bye.